Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to OneHubRacing. It's season number 19, penultimate round of the season. Time does fly away when you're having fun, and we are at the position tier. And we go to the Circus of the Americas in Austin, Texas, where the F1 drivers were at last week, in fact, for the United States Grand Prix. My name is Jess. Apologies for the late start. We had some issues, but we're back now. And joining me in the commentary box is Jamie. How you doing?
Yeah, hello guys, how are you? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. Obviously, Austin, Texas is quite an interesting track, and yeah, I mean, I had a good feeling around here tonight, and it's going to be a beautiful sunshine for the race and qualifying, so yeah, we could see some really good championship is really tightened up after last week.
Yeah, we had a very good race last week in Austria, and if you want to check that out, make sure you do so by going onto our OneHubRacing channel after the stream, because obviously you want to watch this one first. And we saw Janel take his first win in goodness knows how long. I think it was like almost a year since he took his first win. So it was a well-deserved win at that as well. And he seemed very, very delighted. I looked at his Twitter after the race and he was on cloud nine. I believe he also got driver of the day as well last week. And he was just loving life. And maybe he could climb his way up in the championship as well. There were some other drivers that had some good races. Wyatt Fountain had a timing glitch last week, but due to reasons and the timing Cody's being Cody's, he got reinstated to third position last week by the stewards, so he got a podium. And he deserved that as well. And there was lots of other poor results as well. Glock didn't score any points after getting pole position, which meant that the championship's a lot closer than ever. Not much what Glock would have hoped for, but there we go. And I just talked about the hot and cold driver. So Janel was the hot and Glock was the cold driver for not scoring any points and yeah, not having a good race. But hopefully you'll have a better race this week as well. And it should be a good one.
Yeah, it should be a good one. And the tyres are interesting around here because it's got the soft, medium and hard. And the soft tyre is a lot quicker than the medium tyre. It is considerably faster, but it can overheat in the race. So you see, these guys will definitely do some quick laps at the start, and there's a 1.3 delta between that and the C3, which is the medium tyre, and the C2 hard tyre, which we shouldn't really see tonight. It's quite a bit slower. So yeah, it's quite a short pit lane, so the strategies around here could be quite interesting. The strategy should be soft, medium, soft, and yeah, Glock with that poor result last week, and the Aston Martins didn't really capitalise. You got 8th and 9th, Larkin out of nowhere. He's suddenly back in championship contention, and also Lex Verheyen and Johannes, they've got outside chances. So yeah, we've got the top 6 are all separated by 22 points and 21 points for winning fast lap. So this is incredible how close this championship is. It's probably one of the closest championships in OneHubRacing history. Is that Glock is about to finish a qualifying lap. Obviously him and Scorpion got in wars again post race, but obviously hopefully there can be a bit more calm this week. And so a pole position up of a 1:31.7, which is just 7 times quicker than Larkin.
Yes, basically Glock needs to win with fastest lap in order to take the title. With some other permutations as well, with Scorpion finishing 6th, Larkin must finish 7th, but Chris must finish 8th to do so as well. But I think if you finish 2nd or below, it will go down to the final race in Imola, which is in just under 2 weeks' time, as Chris goes and sets the fastest lap so far with a 1:31.6. I think we could see 1:31s, I think, tonight. Should be quite easy, really, as well. There was lots of quite interesting moments in USA history. Remember in 2018, Kimi Räikkönen got his final Ferrari win in 2018. Max Verstappen was forced to start near the back, so he had a bad race as well. Räikkönen came into the pits for his one and only stop early on as well, and the top 3 was separated by 1.5 seconds, and Räikkönen ended a record-breaking 114 race win drought and scoring a popular victory. Johannes is in the Ferrari now, and he's going to hope that he could potentially repeat that. A few drivers in the pre-race interviews were asked what they were hoping to gain this week, and quite a few people were hoping for quite big things. Colin and Janel were hoping for podiums. Wyatt Fountain just wanted to go out and have fun today. He thinks it's a great track. Even if it's a lap down, you can have fun through the sectors. I had some great battles with a few drivers today. Not some great battles for others, but I'm not going to go through too much because that is another topic for another time. Chris wants to score as many points as possible. Glot would want to win this week, and I'm just trying to see who else was responded to that. Not many people responded, so
Nick would like a pole or podium.
Nick would want a pole or podium. Well, he's had a few polls, closer enough to a few polls in early on in the season, so he could get there, but he hasn't translated it into good results. But there's still 2 more rounds, and he even said in the management chat earlier that he likes this track, so...
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Yeah, this track, it does definitely alter opinion. I think a lot of guys do like this track, and when you can nail the first sector, it's so satisfying. I did a few times in the race today, and it just feels so good. But it's so easy just to, if you go offline in that first sector, you just lose about a second there on your lap time. So it's so on edge as Chris is on pole position. So yeah, Glock maybe wants to win the race, but maybe Glock's not having the pace we've seen in other tracks where he normally gets pulled by about 3-4 tenths. Maybe Chris and Scorpion, they've got a point to prove. They haven't really taken advantage of Glock's 2 per race in Silverton and Spa. They've got to really do it now, because Larkin is on the mission. Look at the front 4 championship, the front 4 on the grid, which is excellent stuff.
Yes, and I think, to be honest, it could go either way tonight as well, and all of these results could decide what happens in the final race in Imola. I think we haven't seen... We haven't got to a situation where none of the tiers by round 9 have had a championship decided. Usually there's 1 or 2 that have had their championship decided already, or are close to at the end of like round 9. But the way this is going, all 5 championships could go to Imola, which would be very exciting. But we will go through the championship standings now. Due to our graphics man being very, very busy the last few days, we didn't have any graphics, but we're still able to get the results for the position tier early on. So Glot is leading on 85 points, Chris second on 81, then we have Larkin, Scorpion, Verhainen, Johannes, Lukey, and Jano. After his win last week on 56, he moves up to 8th position in the standings. Then we got Jay Luke in 9th, White Fine 10th, we got Casper, Kyle, Nick Lakitu, Colin, Ali B, Battle Angel. Battle Angels only scored 7 points, down in 17th. Riley Bai is not here tonight. He was in a bit of wars of the stewards. And then Pazzi, he's not here tonight, but he's the only driver yet to score. Constructors, it's probably the less close fight than obviously the drivers, obviously, with Aston Martin leading by 40 points. And we got Red Bull in 2nd, AlphaTauri 3rd, Mercedes 4th, Haas 5th, Ferrari 6th, Alpine 7th, Williams 8th, Alfa Romeo in 9th, and McLaren in 10th. But Alfa Romeo and McLaren, I don't think the McLaren drivers are here tonight. And Luke is the only sole Alfa Romeo. So if Luke can get a good result, definitely points on the ground in him as Larkin goes fast again. I'm trying to find someone who's on a lap. I was about to start a lap, actually. Janel, actually. There we go. Good timing, Janel. As he's about to start his lap around the lovely circuit of the Americas. Now you're going to be heading towards turn 1. The right entry to corner can encourage drivers to go for overtakes 1 here. As they said in the stewards briefing, the uphill left-hander is quite tricky. Turns 3 to 9, the S's section. It kind of emulates the Maggots and Beckett section in Silverstone. You could take turn 4 flat out, but the most crucial thing is you need to get the trail braking absolutely perfect. That's where you lose a lot of time if you don't get to trail braking right. Now you're heading towards turn 7 and powering up to turn 8. You're going to be around about 7th gear into turn 9 and then clipping that left apex a bit, heading into the back straight of turns 10 and 11. Because of the low speed, the traction is very hard out of that corner there, and you're going to be heading towards turn 12 soon. DRS wide open as we head towards this back straight, and he seems to be doing okay so far. I will check Taz in just a minute as to how the drivers are doing. And Glock has just set the fastest lap so far, but we'll keep an eye on Janel's lap as he passes the second right-hander, 15 and 16. There's so many right-handers around this circuit, and now you're going to be heading towards, I need to actually check the track map, around I think turn 19 and 20, and heading towards the final corner he goes, a corner where we see some people go wide before, and it's a 132.1. So he's gone a second quicker his previous best, but still very close between himself, Johannes, Colin, Scorpion. They're just all so close, so even the smallest mistakes, and that could ruin your laps, as Verheinen's the only driver yet to set a lap time.
Yeah, shout out to Nick there. He's decent lap to go second place. It was Paul until Glock did improve by about 3 tenths. And a quick footnote on the Constructors' Championship for you, because Aston Martin have got a 39-point lead over Red Bull, and there's only 38 points available in the last race. Basically, for Red Bull to stay in the Constructors' fight, they need to outscore Aston Martin, and that might be quite difficult if Red Bull only won the one driver tonight.
Yes, Red Bull only obviously having Glock with his teammate Kyle absent. So, but if Glock could get a win, it could still be possible. But don't forget there are 2 Aston Martins here with Chris and Scorpion that has pretty much attended every race. So it's going to be quite hard in that regard in order to do that. But you never know. Anything can happen in Formula 1 and in OneHub, and it usually does. 4 minutes to go, and we are going to look at the driver's press conference, which what Wright Fountain was called in the press conference this week, and I didn't get his response on time, so we'll go through that in a second. But the rivalries this week was Larkin and Johannes. We were very close in the championship. Johannes was our superb battling with each other last week, but he has more podiums than you this season. Why do you think you might have the edge over Larkin? And he said, I think if I had a serious chance of getting the edge over Larkin, my biggest strength so far is my consistency and a very clean race car, making not too many mistakes and always staying out of trouble. Well, he does usually stay out of trouble, and that's what rewards him with some great finishes so far this season. So, and Larkin was asked, last season's podium tier runner-up is doing quite well in position this season. How would you use your experience to get him ahead of Kota? Well, for Larkin, just to keep on the podium and maybe get some wins. I think that's what I would say if I was Larkin, to be honest. And for Wyatt Fountain, he was asked about whether how do you think he's improved his results. He's probably used to the game now, because don't forget, he got the game the day before quali night. So, but it's about 8 or 9 weeks in, and he's getting onto good form. And maybe when we get to season 20, maybe he could be the one to challenge for the driver's title. But for now, he's liking where he is at the moment in 5th position, so he's doing quite well.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of gap between them in season 20, so you have a bit of time to practice. And yeah, it's interesting if I look at the results from Johannes and Larkin. And yeah, Larkin definitely had the more peaks. He's had 2 wins, he's had 2nd place, 3rd place, but he's also had 2 DNFs and a 10th place. Johannes, in the meanwhile, he's had the 1 win, and he's actually not DNF from a race. He scored points in every race apart from Bahrain, and he gets a lot of 4th and 5th place finishes. And this point system, it does reward them sort of finishes. And yeah, you just show you, Larkin's getting up the more peaks, but Johannes is the more consistent, as I do agree with that. And yeah, as White Fountain, you have to say he's improving by race. So the more laps, the more reps he's getting, he's definitely improving. And I feel similar to sort of my perspective in my race, since I didn't play the game much until qualifying night, and I'm definitely improving as the season progresses. And I think White Fountain is showing similar effects.
I think, to be honest, I've seen most people improve in all the tiers so far across all of them. So it does take a while. I think I have to agree. It does take a while to get used to the F1 game. And once you're in your flow, you find so much temps on any given lap. And maybe next season, if we go to a similar track again, maybe the lap times will just go even quicker and quicker. So we have quite a lot of people on their out laps now, as we're about to approach the final part of qualifying. And a few people asked how people were finding practice. White Fountain was finding Sector 1 a thrilling roller coaster. Colin haven't had much time to practice yet, but he was practicing this afternoon. And not many people had practice, though. Chris says practice did not mean much till Friday. Johannes was asked, practice? Who's this? Which meant I don't think he's practiced too much. Scorpion said it's been going good so far. And Glock is saying he's done time trial as always and feel he's ahead of his rivals. And I'm not going to say what he said for the final part of that answer. And Janel hasn't done any practice yet because he has a busy life. Well, he got a win last week, but that doesn't mean you could translate it into USA, of course. But you never know with so many safety cars, weather, VSCs as well, and there could be people that bin it as well. But we'll have to wait and see, as we have Ali B who's about to start his lap. I can see Ali B is kind of improved as well on his lap. Found some more consistent pace as well, and There's still 2 more rounds to go, and he could jump so many places in the championship. The world is possibilities are endless for him. He scored less points last season, but he would be hoping for more, being in a tier like this. But again, you never know what could happen as he heads towards this back straight. If he finds a few temps, he could be in the top 10 as well. And the top 10 will have to start on the soft tyres, because that is what everyone is on right now.
Yeah, Larkin's about to finish lap. He's in the purple second sector, so we'll see what he does. I think Whitefeld's first guy across the line, so we'll see what he does. And Larkin can find a corner now, takes curve quite nicely, gets a decent exit. What will this be pole position for him? Yes, it is a 31-1, so decent up there by Larkin. What can the rest do about that? Ali B's actually purple the first sector, so he's showing good pace in the first sector. And setup's interesting around here, because a lot of guys, they're running, amazingly not, 11 wings, because obviously that gives you great traction with the S's, but it may mean you're a bit of a sitting duck in the race.
Yeah, the S is going to be a bit of an issue, and already the checker flag has dropped in qualifying, and so Larkin's allowed to do his final lap then, but we're going to keep an eye on Johannes. Colin can't improve, neither can Lukey or Verheyen. Oh no, Johannes has spun and he's hit the wall, and he's got front wind damage, so that is qualifying over. Lukey could not improve either, and that's weird because he didn't cross the line. Okay, I will go back to that in a second. But anyway, Glock is purple in sector 2, so he's looking quite fast at the moment. I will have to check Taz in a moment because I haven't got Taz up. Naughty person. Larkin is set purple in sector 2 and 3 before Glock. So let's see what Glock could do. Glock's about to head towards the final corner. He needs to find an attempt to get pole. So anything can happen here. What can he do? It is pole for now. But we've got so many people that can go quicker. Lakitu setting a personal best in the middle sector, according to Tass. But he only stayed in last position. Nick. We got an Alpine of Nick. He's invalidated. White Fountain is invalidated as well. So I think it's just Larkin who is going into the pit. Yeah, that is it then. Unless the Aston Martins. No, they've invalidated too. So that is it then for qualifying. As Glock, for how many times this season, is on pole position. And don't forget, these guys can win 3M Sim Racing gloves if they get the most poles and fastest lap combined. And I have to say, Glock is in the running to get a pair of Sim Racing gloves from 3M Sim Racing.
Yeah, it's his 6th pole this season. He's on the 4 fastest laps here. He's on 10 points effectively for that award. And you need to say he's a pretty big favourite. But there's a few other guys in other tiers who definitely had a few poles and fastest laps. So, yeah, but I think Glock may be in the lead of that. So that'd be interesting to see if Scorpion does retire from session and be over. So, yeah, he did get pole, but not by a great deal. Only by a tenth of a second. So it is a bit closer than what has been previously. But the front two are quite a long way ahead of the rest.
Yeah, indeed, and I think that could mean anything in the race. 8 100ths of a second, separating first and second. That is amazing. Imagine if Larkin would keep up a consistency throughout the whole season. He probably would have been up there near Glock. But anyway, we've got Glock, Larkin, Nick had a good qualifying in 3rd. Chris in 4th, then we have Scorpion, Ali B, White Fountain, Colin, Johannes, then Lukey rounds up your top 10. Then we've got Janel, Verheyen, Casper and Lakitu. Only 14 runners tonight, but we have seen races in position that have had 14 runners before, and it's been absolutely incredible. So I'm sure these drivers are not going to be disappoint us, and they're going to put on a good show. So we're going to thank our sponsor. I'm going to get it out of the way now, actually, because I never get to do them properly. So, well, I did say about 3M Sim Racing earlier, so I don't need to talk about that. But Next Level Racing, they're providing a direct drive stand to the Driver of the Season award, a brand new award for this season. And also we've got our partners, Vespertine, that are providing prizes to obviously supporting our prizes this season, and also providing merch for OneHubRacing, which does look very nice. You can find it on their website. And of course we've got our other partner, ERT, Elite Racing Team, who are sponsoring the ERT Going Against Tough Award. And if you complete all your midday interviews and finish outside the top 3 and attend every race, you could be in the running. And there's still people in position that could win this award. And if there's more than one person that's done all the above, then they will be entered into the in the wheel, which will happen in a few weeks' time, and they could be winning a trophy and a £25 PSN voucher. And in the F1 side, 2 people could win it, so we could have two from one tier like we did last season, or we can have one from different tiers each, which could be interesting. But there we go. Those are your sponsors and partners. Make sure you check it out. Thank you very much. We're much appreciated. We're waiting for the drivers to get their setups in tune and their strategies before we can get ready for the session.
Yeah, should be a good one. And I quickly mention there's one note in the stewards briefing. They mentioned the pit entry. They're saying be careful of the wall on the pit entry. Giving up a small amount of time to ensure you avoid the wall might be a good idea. And yeah, I think it is quite a difficult pit entry. And also, I've noticed if you hit the red on the inside, you basically get a penalty for corner cutting. So you have to be aware of that as well. So the pit entry on there, it's quite difficult, especially you come off a fast corner, you go into there, especially in worn tyres, it's quite easy to lose your car coming in the pits.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, I fell victim of that in the prospect here on my final stop. I hit the wall in the pit lane, so I think I should have been careful last time. But anyway, we are about to get underway. More chance, actually, to go through some more of the pre-race interview questions. And since we are heading up into the race, people have been asked about any battles that they were hoping to have during the race. White Fountain is looking to help Nick tonight, and he's been unlucky in the previous round, so he could use a good end to the season, which I feel is quite nice. Good spirit there. Colin's hoping to have good battles with Nick and his teammate Casper. I think Casper is hoping for the same as well. Johannes is hoping to have a battle with Colin and Casper. I hope they have more luck around here. Chris doesn't know who you have battles with, but he hopes they'll be enjoyable. And I think he did have a battle with Battle Angel, but he ruined his chance of a podium. Scorpion said hopefully he'll be near up the top. A battle with Glock will be interesting considering his outburst last week. And Glock said anyone but the Aston Martin drivers. So, that's going to be quite tight considering it's a fight between Aston Martin and Red Bull in the constructors. But tyre compounds for tonight. Sauce for the top 10, obviously. And not really a surprise for what the bottom half gone for. They've gone for the memes. It's either soft, medium, soft, or medium, soft, soft. You can, if you can go on to the softs, I think you can pit, from lap 7. And then the maximum you could pit is lap 9, and then mediums you could go for 10, 11 laps before you get onto the softs again, because the softs obviously last 12 laps. And the deltas is quite interesting as well. It's quite a big difference compared to some other tracks, so you really want to be on the best tyre, because otherwise you're going to lose so much time.
Yeah, you do. It was massive. And also there's a question about what drive from the real life F1 race last weekend, and Johannes and Colin, they both mentioned that the undercut in the F1 race was huge, and it is around here. Think about it, old medium to a new soft, the undercut could be anything around 3 seconds a lap. That's a ginormous undercut, so you've got to be wary to pit. And I think with 14 drivers, I'm going to say it now, I think the safety car probability is very low. I'm going to say it now, we are not going to get a safety car tonight.
You said it now. If we do, blame Jamie, everybody. Well, I said there was going to be a safety car. I was hoping there was going to be a safety car last week, and look what happened. We had quite a few. So, well, at least we had our fair share. I said it last week. You said it this week. But we got our media day stuff out the way. We've obviously went through the standings and results. So now we're about to get racing for 28 laps. I love USA. When we last time we were here was quite some time away, so I believe it was season 16 was when we were last here, and in the position tier it was Janel that won the race with Ollie Flavell in second, and there was, I think it was Rayman. No, it wasn't Rayman, it was someone else, Jimbo in third. So here we go then, the 5 red lights are on for the USA Grand Prix in the position tier, and we are underway. I think Glock gets a very decent start compared to Larkin. Already comes him off heading towards turn 1, but I wonder if Larkin's going to get the switch back here. Turn 1 is always prone to mistakes here, but looks like everyone has gotten away. Clearly, Casper's dropped a few positions so far. Watch out for the S's section. We could see people going down the inside and going for a brave move as well. You got to be very precise, as we're seeing a Ferrari almost cutting the track a little bit, but it's Glock that still leads. Larkin second, Chris third, and Ali B's dropped positions.
Yeah, there was contact between Johannes and Jarno, and Johannes had to get out of it and onto the curb. Yeah, I think Ali B's lost it in the S's and he's down to 13th place, but it was quite a clean first lap, and Glock yet again. Glock's had really good starts this season, and yet again he's had one. And crucial for Chris, he's managed to jump the Alpine of Nick. But yeah, these front two can pull away like they did in qualifying.
Yeah, I think these two are going to do a great job so far as well. I think Colin's had a good start as well. He's looking to have some battles with the likes of Lukey and White Fountain as well. This is the 13 and 14 right-hander, and now he's going to go past in and turn 15 and 16 quite nicely, as I think people are starting to make some inroads. Nick has dropped down into 4th place, so he's already lost one position. Chris already made the move on Nick as well, but Scorpion is looking like he's going to be doing the exact same, but White Fountain is probably going to spoil the pie as well. We got an Alpine, then a Aston Martin. We got an Aston Martin and an Alpine, and Aston Martin and Alpine. Who would have thought we saw that when we head to lap 2 of this race? Ali B is into the pits then for his first stop, and he's retired.
Yeah, I think he's given up. I think he got wind damage early on. Yeah, both Haas guys had terrible start there. But Hazel's got wind damage. He's a long way back, so not a great team start for Haas, and Ali B has their possession, but because he retired in the pit lane, we will not get a safety car for that. As we've got Alpine, the Alpine, and it's quite hard to tell. It's quite hard to tell the Alpine, and Alpines have definitely come on strong in the second half of the season. They were last in the Constructors' Championship after round 6, but they could get top 3 in the Constructors. It just shows how tight that Constructors battle is outside the top 2. As Chris is actually doing a much better job in the race and in qualifying, and these front 6 are all, well, it's not DRS yet, but they are effectively in the DRS trainers. Colin has got a run on Lukey. They're both Colin's usually back race, so he should get the move done. And Lukey's got the inside line. Will he outbreak the Williams man? Colin gives himself room. Lukey hits the curb a little bit. We'll go side by side here. Lukey's got the outside. Colin will have the inside. Lukey's still fighting it around the outside though. They're going to go side here. Lukey will have the line here. And there's a contact. Colin hits the back of Lukey now. Did Colin get wind damage from that contact? Yes, he did. So, and he's lost place to Johannes, so Colin will have to pit surely. Look at that. Wow, it's horrific understeer for the Williams man, and yeah. Wow, what a shame there. Just hit the back of Lukey, misjudges braking, and he's going to have to pit.
Yeah, but he's going to have to pit, unfortunately. Even though it's 50%, it could cost a lot due to downforce when he had to the pit lane. So Colin goes in, and he will probably go onto a set of mediums or hards. I don't know. Mediums could last a fortune around this track. So getting his first stops out of the way is not too bad. And Verheyen is also pitting. So not looking good for the Haas boys. He's got front wing damage as well. A bit less severe than what Colin has got, but still quite severe. And I'm just saying, I was looking at Ali B's damage. He had 23% on the left front ring. So again, not a lot, but enough for him to be saying, you know what, I had enough of this shenanigans, I'll retire. But you don't want to give up like that. Johannes is wanting to fight back as well. He's dropped down a few positions. Let's see who's gained the most actually so far. Yeah, Chris has gained 1, Lukey's gained 3, and Lakita's gained 4. So Lakita, don't forget, started from the back
Johannes
of the grid.
On Lukey.
And we got Yano on Lukey, we got Lukey on Johannes, Glock on Larkin for the race lead. It's now turned through 13 and 14, long right hander coming out and now heading towards turn 15 and 16. If you can send it up the inside, that could really help. There's contact almost being made. Larkin's lost a few positions almost, and that's allowing Chris to go into the 5-2, and he's right on the back of this. So is Nick as well. Don't forget, Nick could is on course for a podium if he could fight this up as well. And don't forget, this is a track where it's really known to be getting a lot of penalties. So Larkin really needs to step up his game at the moment as Glock is trying to grate the slipstream. As Lukey is in, getting his first pit stop out of the way. Probably about the cheeky undercut. Larkin had a send on the left-hand side, but here comes Glock to the right. He's going to go for a risky strategy, going for the move like that. They almost made contact. once again. If you get your braking zone wrong, there could be trouble. This is great racing from the both of them. I have to say, this is how you race at COTA, ladies and gentlemen. As Chris is loving this in the backseat as well. We got the top 6 all within almost a second. That just shows how close it is so far with the DRS train. We've got to be careful with the dirty air that's coming up as well. So now we're going to be heading towards this back straight. Glock will have the DRS. Scorpion does eventually get past Nick.
Yeah, Nick made a mistake.
He did make a mistake. But here comes Glock. Glock is going to go for the move on Larkin then. 44% on his ERS, and sure, this could be an easy move. Or is Larkin going to challenge him? Oh no, Larkin did exactly what I did. Deep. He did exactly what I did in Prospect. Just go for a send on the inside, and he almost made it work, but Glock's going to go on for the comeback as well. Chris could go in the middle of this, actually. He's going to try. No, if he decides to back out of it. But it would have been amazing if he did. But we did see Lakita pick up his first penalty, actually. A 3-second time penalty. I'm surprised not many people have picked up penalties so far. But we will check the warnings as Glock's on 2 warnings. And he's in.
Yeah, he's going to try to get an undercut in these guys. These guys fighting, so that's going to cost a lap time. And Glock's in, and Lukey, his tyres were dead. His tyres were gone. He had to pit, and he's on a compromise strategy. But yeah, like I say, they was on board with Glock there for approach yesterday. I'll tell you what, Glock's front tyre and Larkin's rear tyre, there must have been millimetres from contact. That was incredible, but great racing. And these front 6 are definitely a class of their own at the moment. And yeah, Glock's will come out in 10th place, but he's got some nice clear air to put some good set times together and try and get in the lead. And these guys, they're going to go long. I went long in my race and it turned out quite well, but these guys, they've got to cover Mofflow, surely. They can't let Glock build a 4 or 5 second lead, which he could do with the undercut.
The longer you stay out really around this track, it could disadvantage you in any way, but it does depend on the pace advantage. As we got Chris that could go for the race lead on Larkin, and this really could out Glock because he's got clearer air compared to these guys that have got dirty air. Chris up the inside, he takes the race lead at the moment, and more crucially, he's going to be ahead of Larkin in the pit stops. This is sensational stuff. What about Scorpion? Scorpion could do exactly the same thing coming up into this second right-hander of turns 15 and 16. It's very, very long, but if you get it right, it could be very, very rewarding, but Scorpion is deciding to stay out. Want everybody in this top 5 go in. I would, when you saw your rival Glock pit, I'll be like, right, I need to go in as well. As let's see, Larkin's in, Scorpion's not, neither is Chris. What about the 2 Alpines? White Fountain is in, and the Aston Martins, they got to be careful with the double stack because the double stack doesn't work on this game, so someone else will have to stay out a lap longer than intended to. But for the Alpine car, White Fountain is the one that's pitting first.
Yeah, and Glock will sure jump these guys, and yeah, he's going to easy jump these guys, but the medium tyres do take about a lap to get up to temperature, and yeah, Glock is going to take the lead, so yeah, he's got a nice gap. Look at the lead he's got. We saw this with Verstappen in the Grand Prix undercutting Hamilton, and now Glock's got the lead, but he's got slightly worse tyres, so these guys behind are playing a long game, but the 2 Aston Martins are definitely playing a long game. This is quite incredible that one of them's going to have to pit on lap 7. Or maybe they go longer. I don't know. I'm quite intrigued what these Astons do. And Nick's race pace is looking good. He's doing a good job as well.
Yeah, Nick. I think Nick is coming to his own. Because don't forget, he's using no assist this season for the very first time, and he's pretty much been one of my highlights this season in terms of improvement, as well as an inspiration to people that want to go and try. No assist, just do it. Just try it, and don't just go all at once, obviously, because that'll be too much. Maybe just turn a few off, or even just one off, maybe. And then if you're comfortable with one, then turn the other off as well, and only turn the other off if you're comfortable with doing so. And mastering the assist you turned off. So Chris is in. Scorpion stays out. So does Nick, and then Nick's actually in. Nick's in. I thought that was a late call to the pit lane. So Nick is making his first stop. I was expecting him to follow White Fountain a lap after. So he's going to lose a load of time due to the undercut from White Fountain. But I'm sure he won't mind as Nick comes out onto mediums. So we'll see where Glock is in comparison. I think way out in front. But yeah, I think it's about a second, I would say. Yeah, a second behind clear of Larkin. So, yeah, Glock's undercut really paid dividends at the moment. But the rest of the field, they're not doing too bad as well. And Nick got the overcut on Whitefoot in there. Nick is ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, and so did Chris. Chris did a good job there. He's only about 2.5 seconds. He's only about 2.5 seconds off Glock, and he's got 2 lap fresher tyres. So Chris, late on the stint, could be in a great position. And yeah, Nick, they did a good job there. Whitefoot, and I think maybe struggled with temperature on that outlap, and it's cost him. He's still in the DRS train, but I think expect to be higher up as you've got Casper and Jarno going side by side. We've seen a lot of cars go side by side in this complex. It's a much maligned section of corners, but you can get some great racing here. And Casper, Jarno just getting the move done. Surely Scorpion will have to take this lap. He's going to lose a lot of time, but he's doing a solid job. And Scorpion will have a tyre advantage, but he's going to have track position disadvantage. And yeah, Scorpion does come in, so Jarno will take over the lead of the race. These medium tyres will go to about lap 10, lap 11, and they'll do 2 sets of soft. So these guys, they may come back at it towards the end of the race because they'll be very quick in the last 2 stints.
We were quite lucky, I think, in our race that the ones who started on the mediums, they were able to pit on the softs in the safety car, and they pitted, I think, end of lap 8, and we actually made the softs work quite well. We lasted about 10 or 11 laps, pitted at the end of lap 18, and then went on to another set of softs. So you can really pit from the mediums now and go on to the softs nice and early. So you can have 2 soft stints, pretty much be on softs for the majority of this race. So don't be surprised to see the likes of Janel, Casper and Lakitu pitting now, just to get it out of the way and be on soft tyres as quickly as you possibly can to get an advantage over the rest of the field. And well, they may be sticking it out because there could be a safety car in our midst as well. And look at this, the battle between the Aston Martins and the Alpines is still growing. Same with Larkin as well. The train is massive. Same with Larkin and Glock. So Larkin must have found some time in that last lap.
Yeah, Larkin, he's definitely hooked the tyres up quite well. He's got an opportunity to take Glock here. Maybe a little bit too far back. But yeah, Glock is struggling, I have to say, on this stint. He's got the worst tyres, and he just doesn't have the pace he normally does have. And oh, look how close Larkin's getting to the back of that Red Bull. But yeah, that was a good pit stop phase for the 2 Astons. They have leapfrogged the Alpines, and these 2 have got to try and work together. They're both fighting for championship. But this is interesting. Yeah, the Aston Martins, they've got to work together as a team. But they're both
Jana and Casper. Jana and Casper,
side by
sorry
side.
to interrupt.
Wow.
They're going side by side into the final few corners. They're keeping it under lock and key right now. Casper is your race leader on track anyway, but the more they keep fighting, they're going to lose so much time in the pit stops when they make their first stop. So Casper is pulling away, now heading towards turn 1, so this could be crucial in the pit stop phase. The Nikita's also catching up as well, but yeah, you were talking about the 2 Aston Martin guys. They're working well together, and don't forget, how many points does Red Bull need to outscore Aston Martin by to keep their fight alive?
Just any outscoring. They've got gap's 39 points, so they've got even they get outscored by 1, I think they'll be back still in it. But yeah, it's looking good for Aston Martin to keep switches tonight. As I mentioned, yeah, these guys are working together, but let's not forget the fight of the Drivers' Championship. So this is quite interesting. I'm quite interested what the chemistry is in Aston Martin. They seem to work well, and I look at this now, all these leaders, they're catching up to Lakitu, Jarno and Casper now. Glock's going to be the first guy to catch them. Now, how these guys clear, it could be interesting, and because these guys, they'll surely catch them before the pit. So this is another curveball, as you've got Larkin, Chris, Scorpion and Nick all back in the DRS of Glock. Has got Jarno and Casper again fighting side by side. This should be side by side for about 3 laps.
Yeah, they have been as well, and I think Casper was hoping he would have a fight with Janel, so history do be told, and that he's doing quite well as well. And I wonder if Janel is going to use this battle to bring Lakitu in as well and help him work as a team. A few races ago, Janel didn't even know who his teammate was, but now he does after a few races to go. I wonder if Lakitu will take advantage in pitting. No, they're not.
Oh.
I thought they would take advantage in pit, but they're not. I think they might do it end of lap 10, but they're just bringing everybody else in. Glock's going to now get past Lakitu now, and Larkin too. Janel's going to try and get past Casper again into turn 1.
Ooh.
And Casper getting a cheeky switch back as well, going down the hill into turn 2 and 3 into the S's. This is,
Oh my
I have
God.
to say, these drivers, I think this is the cleanest I've seen a position tip all season, actually. So they probably learnt their lesson from last week, so fair play to all of them. I hope they could keep it that way. I'm not going to say anything more because I'm worried I'm going to jinx them. But, you know, all this battle is bringing Glock in and Lakitu and Larkin. Larkin's been held up by Lakitu. That's not what he wants, but Lakitu's going to fight for it. Oh, they made contact a little bit, but I don't think it was any harm done. I'm not sure they got damage or not. But I think Larkin was a little bit angry about that. So Larkin, I think, needs to get a move on. Does he go past? Oh, it could be free arresting.
Free wide.
Free arresting to turn 12 and...
Oh, wow.
This
oh
is
my
insane
God,
from
the gap there.
Glott there. Glott takes the lead and Janel spun. Our race winner from last week, he made a mistake and he's down into 9th place.
Yeah, I didn't see that from his perspective. His tyres are red hot, so he's going to have to keep it cool. And wow, I didn't see that. I saw at the end of it. I don't know if there was contact there. Yeah, his tyres are short. So, wow, from being in the lead, now in last place. And I only got through that gap after the hairpin. I don't know how. It was just enough gap for him to get through. And I'd say Glock's got the traffic quite well because he's got a nice gap over Larkin now, and Larkin's going to have to send it inside of Casper into turn one surely, and Janel's got to pick because these tyres are short, and Larkin is going to dive up the inside, side by side. Casper gets a bit of exit though, and Larkin's going to have to back out of it, so Glock is getting the advantage of this traffic. Now Glock may be free of DRS now with this.
Yeah, this could be a DRS train fest, and with not many people, with the likes of obviously Janel falling down the order as well, it may just be the mediums are not the best as well as...
Janel's off again.
Janel's off again, or is he going to the pits?
No, he's spun again. His rear tyres are on 52%, so he's put a lot of pressure on them rear tyres. I know he's got to be careful. He's got to have to just drive it. He used reset track there, but I don't think it made him really mind because he was trying to go from the spin. He's got that pit and his race, so it's effectively over. Unless he's got safety cars. Scorpion Hunters get past Lakitu. What can Nick do? Nick has got to send him inside Lakitu. I won't be in these shoes here on these dead tyres. All these guys behind him really fighting. And yeah, Larkin has cleared Casper, but it's a 1.2 second gap, so Glock's got his lead back. And will Nick send him inside Lakitu here? Yes, he does. Well, that's a late move there by Nick, and a bit of contact afterwards, but Nick does get through. And look at White Fang. White Fang's going to stick through as well, so the Alpine are doing a double team there on Lakitu, but Lakitu gets a nice run through the S's. They're side by side here. Lakitu will just hang on, but White Fountain will surely get the better because it's Lakitu who's really struggling on these old tyres.
Yeah, he is. I think a lot of people are struggling on those old tyres as Casper goes in for his first stop, so he's going to be going on to the soft compounded tyres. I wonder if Lakitu will follow suit in a lap's time, but look at this. The Alpines are on fire.
Oh, contact. Wow. Contact there.
That was too close for contact and too close for any incidents to be happened. But luckily there was no incident because we know that obviously Nick and White Fountain are the stewards at OneHubRacing.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to be made to have contact, 'cause otherwise that won't look good on them and the league, I have to say, especially Nick being the league race owner. And looking at the stewards' results from last week, one of the only instances as well, obviously Glock having an incident with Scorpion, was Nick got a penalty for resetting to track. Tut. Yeah. But to be honest, he held his head up high, and he said it was his fault, and he didn't really defend much. He just say, I messed up, I reset to track, penalty it is.
Scorpion and
Chris.
Aston Martins. Yeah, I believe that was a yield by Chris. I believe Chris did let his teammate through there. He didn't really fight it that much, and maybe Aston realised, and Scorpion's got a bit more pace. Maybe he can go after these front two, which is sort of, that's traffic has definitely helped the front two pull away because they were all in DRS train before they caught them guys that they're staying out. And the interesting stuff, Jarno has pitted and gone for the hard tyres, so that's a bit of a Hail Mary strategy from Jarno, and he's got hope for a safety car. He's the only guy in this lobby I think's hoping for a safety car, Jarno.
Yeah, I thought he would have gone on to another set of softs because he hasn't done the two-stop yet. Lakitu's the only driver that hasn't made his first stop. So Lakitu's in. He's going to drop quite a bit as well. So Apatari's not having a good day so far, but the drivers that are having a good day is Glock as well. So this gives me a good opportunity to bring the permutations up again. So Glock wins. Jamie, Janel, Obviously, J-Luke's not here tonight, so doesn't count. So J-Luke, Janel, Lukey and Johannes will be eliminated. But Hayden must finish second, which he's not currently at the moment. Scorpion must finish 7th, well, he's 3rd, so Scorpion will still be in the fight. Larkin must finish 8th, well, he's 2nd. And Chris must finish 9th. So, if the positions are as it stands, we could see a 4-car fight for the championship finale going into Imola with Glot, Larkin, Scorpion and Chris.
Yeah, and that's obviously a new track to these drivers as well. So he's been in the game for a while, but not many races around there, so we've got a bit of a wild card track for a championship decider, which is pretty epic, because Larkin is just outside the demonstration. I think Larkin maybe it's a slightly better pace today, but Glock's up track position, and we know how crucial track position can be as the two Aston Martins seem quite close together. And Nick, I have to say, he's hanging on well. These champ contenders, he's staying there, seeing what happened ahead of him, and these Alpines, they're just hoping for some time ahead, and they can maybe take advantage. As Larkin as these front fours, we've got Lukey's in 8th place, so he's pitted a lot later than everybody else. So I wonder if Lukey may be forced to do 2 medium stints. So that'd be one to keep an eye out for. That would be quite the slower strategy, as Larkin is just about in and out of DRS. It's quite frustrating for Larkin. He just can't seem to get into it at the right time.
Yeah, I think Larkin wants that race victory so bad, because obviously Glock's got pretty much more than him this season. Scorpion is still looking for his first victory this season. He hasn't got one yet, and he's still in the fight. And really, Scorpion needs one in order to have a realistic chance next week, because you would probably need the likes of Larkin and Glock to bin it next week in order for Scorpion to stay in the fight, which is true, but you never know what could happen, because it is an unknown track, Imola. Not many people have raced a league race around it, including ourselves as well, so it's going to be quite interesting as well. So Chris and Scorpion then. Chris on the inside. Chris got the move done. I'm quite surprised about this, actually, but
yeah,
I thought Scorpion would have the edge, because I swear Scorpion is ahead in the championship, but I'm guessing they're aiming for the constructors. And as it stands, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think, because they need to outscore by 40 points. Glock scored 20, and Chris in 3rd, so that's 14 plus 10. That's 24, I believe. So,
yes,
so they will be champions. They will be champions if it stays as it is.
Yeah, but these Aston guys are keep changing positions, so they're just losing time. They just keep losing time to guys ahead. And now Nick is very much in play for 3rd place. Yeah, they are going to win the Switch Championship, and Larkin, I think for sure he's quicker than Glock. Look at him, he's about 5.5 seconds behind, and Glock will be Larkin looking to try and take the lead here. Look, he's so much more confident. I think Glock's tyres are starting to go. Obviously, it is around that 11 laps. I think Glock is starting to feel a bit of degradation now, and this may allow the cars behind him went longer to catch up again, and Larkin's got a great opportunity to take the lead on down the DRS straight.
Yep, he does as well, and it's not going to be that long before everybody will think about doing their final stop, and there is, I think, Colin that's pitting, and I believe that is his final stop. Yeah, it is his final stop.
Mediums.
He's on mediums then, so he thinks the softs could not get to the end, and if there's a safety car, it's gold mine. As Larkin gets the lead, over Glot there. I think Glot was caught napping there, and this could be crucial in terms of the championship. Larkin could close the gap to Glot, which could mean anything, no matter what happens now. With Larkin and Chris and Scorpion getting good results, this could be a 4-way fight for the finale. I think we saw 5 cars, in position last year, and we're seeing 4 this year, so this has been this season, not last year, because there were so many seasons before that. But anyway, Glot then, I think it's going to be a fight to the bitter end, and to be honest, I wonder if Glot will go for the undercut again, because that worked out very well last time. So here comes Glot in turn 1. Can he go for a send up the inside? He does not. But I think he could get a good run in before the S's, If you get a run into the S's, then that will set you up for turn 7 and 8, but he's not going to do that either. Looking at that brilliant helicopter shot. Only 5 drivers getting penalties so far.
Larkin run wide there.
He has one a bit wide. That's gained a bit of time for Glock. but only 5 drivers with penalties. That's Luca, Casper, the key 2 for Hayden, and Colin. So they're going to hope that there's no safety cars, because that will drop them way down the field. But it would only take one person to retire, and everyone will score points. And Janel, he's going to be an early driver that's in the lobby at the moment, because obviously Ali B is retired early at the end of lap 1 to not score any points. But here comes Glot. This could be the move of dreams. This could be the move that he's looking for before Larkin and Glot go into the pits. No, he's not. I think it's going to be the battle of the pit crews, I think. And Chris, I think, has dropped a bit for them. So Chris has lost a bit of time, but I wondered there's going to be team orders. Well, it's Scorpion, I think, because Scorpion's faster. The way that Scorpion's driving the car, I think he's faster, but I don't know. I'm not the strategist. These guys are, so they probably could obviously see on Taz as well. We can see on Taz what's going on. The Kitty gets another penalty. So that is 6 seconds. So let's see. They're staying out then. So in about 2 laps time, I think people will be going for their final stops, because you can go on the sauce for like around about 10 laps. So these last few laps before the final pit stops is crucial.
Yeah, but if you go too early, you lose out at the end, you lose time at the end, so you got to time this perfectly. You get the undercut, you might turn at the end, and these front guys, they're not too far off lapping Jarno. Jarno's about a corner to ahead, so these guys, they may have to lap the Alpha Tauri before the pit, so that could one keep an eye out for. As Chris is starting to slowly but surely catch these guys. He's gained about 4 tenths in the first sector, so I think these front 2, they pitted a lot earlier than everybody else, and I think the tires starting to go, and as Glock gets not the best XL now, I think Larkin will be safe for another lap, as Larkin's got the worst tyre wear of everybody actually. Glock's got better tyre wear than even though he picked a lap later. Yeah,
I think Larkin obviously is doing a bit. I think his fronts are the ones that are struggling the most out of everybody, and to be honest, sometimes if you're not in battles too much, that's probably where you're gaining the advantage, and now you're closing in on people that are losing a bit of tyre wear, and it could really help you as well. And to be honest, you've been on those tyres for just so long. It's a lot harder in your middle stint to be on the memes than the first stint as well, because you're constantly checking to see whether you're on the right. Scorpion gets a penalty.
Wow,
that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, Nick is pitting, so Nick's going for an aggressive strategy. Nick, I think Nick senses the podium tonight. I think he senses the podium. He's going for the aggressive strategy, and he's going to surely undercut the 2 Aston Martins. And wow, this is really battle on now, and surely. But one of these Aston Martins, they're going to have to prioritise Chris for strategy surely now. Chris will be the first guy in, because he's got the best chance of maybe trying to catch the front 2. What a mistake from Scorpion. That's huge. He's behind Chris and Salings as it is, and that's going to lose even more points. And it's just the championship slipping away from the Hungarian driver.
I think this could be the race where it decided for him that he could possibly, he may even lose the runner-up spots if he's not careful as well, Scorpion. So I think Scorpion just got to buy this time. It's not long to go until the end of the race. If you haven't thought about pitting, you should really pit now in order to gain the most advantage. And I think the ones on the soft, they'll be thinking about pitting as well for their final stop. Johannes has just gone for the mediums.
Yeah, it's not too confident on the softs, I guess.
So I'm guessing they're doing soft, medium, and probably not as confident on the softs, but at least there'll be more durable tyre at the end of the race. So the softs do start to wear out. Watch out for those medium runners. So we'll have to wait and see. So, is Larkin and Glock got to come in? Larkin stays out.
Joy the dummy. Glock the dummy there. I thought it was coming in, but yeah.
Chris is in now, and Scorpion obviously has to stay out, so...
Yeah, it's sensible for Chris. He can maybe, with a good outlap, he can maybe haul himself back into the battle for the lead. If he's got a 2-second gap on the guys ahead, so if he gets clear air and a nice outlap, Chris could be leading the race when these front 2 pit. They'll surely both pit this lap, and it could be a race between the Red Bull and the Mercedes pit crews. And let's not forget, the Red Bull and Mercedes garages are right next to each other.
Here comes Nick out of the pit lane. And he's on the mediums actually.
Yeah,
he's on mediums.
So he's not confident either.
They're not confident either, but Nick's ahead of Chris though.
Nick's going to win. Nick's going to lead. I'm pretty sure Nick will lead the race. I think Nick will probably be the lead of the race.
But the tyres are so much lower though. Has he made the wrong decision by pitting onto softs, onto mediums?
But it may come back to towards the end of the stint. This is intriguing now. This
is exciting. Really, this is very
he's got to clear Casper though. He's got to try and clear Casper down his pit straight.
Glock or Larkin?
Crucial. Yeah, side by side. This is not going to help him in the undercut battle. Glock, he's got the move. He's going to dive up the inside. Surely, yes, he is. What will Larkin do about it? Larkin will get the better exit. Glock will be compromised, but Glock has the line, and that's crucial because that means Glock will get the pit lane priority. And I wonder if Larkin may do the opposite of what Glock does. I wonder if Larkin may stay out for an extra lap. What's going to happen here? Are they going to come in? They're both in.
They're both in. The gap, let me have a look at the gap to leader at the moment. 19.3 seconds, and I'm looking at my notes. 22 seconds.
Nick's
going to get the lead.
Yeah, he is. Wow. And Chris, I think, will be in second place. It's quite incredible. Glock is leading the pit lane now.
I wouldn't have predicted this top three come the end of the race. And he set the fastest lap as well. He is loving life on these mediums now. Oh, so close. So close. I think Glock and Larkin had good pit stops.
Yeah, they did. And yeah, that's crucial because they both had a Chris and they've got fresh tyres. So yeah, Nick, he's got to try and somehow stay in DRS and try and get dragged along by these two. And these two tyres goes at the end. Nick may have an opportunity, but he's going to lose a lot of lap time on these first 4 or 5 laps.
Yep, he is as well. But if Nick could keep up his consistency and try and keep within 1.5 seconds maybe, and then close in within DRS, he should be fine. Yeah. He should be fine. But as Casper gets a penalty, and I think we're starting to see more people get penalties now, which could benefit the ones with no penalties. But if Glock and Larkin keep battling like this, then it's going to play a huge effect to the tyre wear. And I'm just looking at the tyre life at the moment. They're pretty much comparable. As Chris is already on 12% worn softs already on the front, so Chris must be pushing a lot. Scorpion's on 8, so is Glot on around about 8 as well. Larkin's on 9, as well as Nick on medium. So Nick definitely wants his this podium, that's for sure. But his I think the medium stint is comparable to obviously like the likes of Chris, who's on similar pace as well. As
Chris has got to clear Nick. Chris has got to get back Nick here.
134.3 for Chris then. I think Nick's not going to fight this.
No.
Or is he? No, he's not going to fight this. He's picked his own battles.
Very experienced. They rate each other a lot and they know each other. And yeah, Chris just get through. That's crucial for Chris. He had to get the move done. But Nick is still thinking about, look how close he is. Nick's almost pushing Chris from the approach yeses. And yeah, Nick's left back out of it now. So Chris is through. And Scorpion, it's not worked out well for him. Scorpion is, at the moment, he might not even finish 5th. White Fountain may get him into the race. Scorpion does not look comfortable on these soft tyres.
That means the constructors, it could go down to the final race. Yeah,
because Glock's on 20 points at the moment, and Chris is on
14,
and Scorpion's on 10. So Aston Martin are just about doing enough as it stands. But Scorpion has got to run on Nick, but Nick's got DRS on Chris. So I think Scorpion's going to stay behind. No, Chris could go round outside. Nick's going to go round outside, is he? No, he doesn't. But yeah, I say these Aston Martins and Alpines have been glued together all race. They are literally all their management team and all seem to have the same pace. Chris. Down the inside. Oh, Scorpion down the inside. The banging wheels. Nick hangs on just.
Oh, Scorpion, not Chris.
Scorpion just giving enough room there, and yeah,
I'm loving this.
Try and get. Yeah, it's quite incredible. Nick runs a bit wide there, but should be okay. Scorpion will try and get a good exit out the final corner and try and get moved into turn 1. Now, turn 1, there's multiple lines you can take, and Scorpion's got himself down the inside, and Nick, he didn't really have much of a fight there. He didn't really have much traction coming out the final corner. And Scorpion's up to 4th place. And look at Larkin and Glock, they're right together. Yet again, Larkin, at the start of the stint, seems to have the better pace.
Yep, he seems to be so far as well, and obviously with Larkin finishing as high as he is at the moment, that could affect the championship as well, and it could swing It could swing in maybe Larkin's favour, but obviously with Glott being the more consistent driver compared to Larkin, it could mean anything as well. And don't forget, there's still runner-up prizes on offer. If you're not in the running, obviously, for the drivers, you could still win runners-up, which means
Larkin's
decent
got a good
prizes.
run here.
Larkin's got a brilliant run here. That's going
no
to surely
DRS.
be... Oh, no DRS, no overtake. So he's not confident. He's not confident getting the move yet, but he's trying to save as much as he can.
Is he going to try and maybe go for a last lap? And look at the gap. They've got a 4-second gap over Christian's first. These front two, they showed it in qualifying, and now as the race has progressed, they've shown that they are a cut above the rest tonight.
Yeah, I think Larkin could jump on second. Verheinen's out the race. Turn one, safety car.
Wow, surely.
Oh, is it a VSC?
Nick.
I don't know. Safety
car. Full safety car. So both Haas's DNF and. No, sure, Nick.
That means Janel's on the point. That means Janel is getting points if he stays out.
Has he been lapped though? I think he's.
Yeah, he's been lapped.
Yeah, so he's going to have to hope. He's going to have to hope these front two pit for fresh softs, but I don't think they will.
They're not. They're not.
No.
Nick must be kicking himself.
Lukey's in. No surprise, Lukey in. Lukey is going to pit and put softs on, and I think Colin will as well. I'm pretty sure Colin will pit. It's a free pit stop for Colin effectively, so he'll pit and put a fresh set of softs on. So yeah, will these Alpines pit and go on softs?
I don't know. They're going to lose so much time though to the rest of the field, and they're going to lose track position. But
they're in the snake now as well, so yeah, they're going to drop to the back basically. I think even Colin and Lukey would be ahead of them, so they'll have to stay out. That safety car, if it was 30 seconds earlier, then I think they could have pitted, but now it's going to have to stay out and just hope for the best. And this is going to help the soft guys. It's going to help like Glott, Larkin and Chris. They're going to have no tyre wear concerns, so they're about to push flat out to the end. And this is bad news for Scorpion though. That safety car, it may drop down the order further. So Scorpion, I think, don't want to be the management team tonight.
I don't want to be in that chat.
No.
Well, we kind of have to because we are in it.
Yeah, but let's have a look at warnings. So this could be interesting to see how many warnings drivers we've got. Glock has got 2 warnings, so he's 1 away from penalty. Larkin and Chris have both got the 1 warning. Scorpion's got 5 warnings, so he's another warning away from getting 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Nick, Fountain, Johannes all have the 1 warning. Casper's got 8 warnings. Keito's got 14 warnings and 12 seconds penalties. Luke has got 5 warnings, Colin's got 4 warnings, and Yano's got 1 warning, but he is a lap. He's got the lead. He's back. He's actually
no, he's not
again.
Is he? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, he's back. He's on the lead lap. Yeah, it's hard to tell because obviously the identifiers of the car is quite similar. But yeah, Yano is on the lead lap and he has pitted, so Yano's back in the race.
Wow, but is he going to catch up in time for the safety car to come in? That is my question.
Yeah, it'd be probably another 2 lap safety car. He's that half lap behind. So the thing is, though, when he catches up, he'd be on really red hot tyres. So it may be an advantage if he can catch up.
Yeah, if he can catch up, you never know. We could see a last 2 question mark challenge from Janel, and
yeah.
That could be interesting. Watch out for the medium runners because they're going to be on the more durable tyres, but the ones on the softs they're going to be pushing. Watch out for Luke and Colin. Watch out for Janel as well. Pretty much watch out for everybody. Watch out for everybody. Everybody that's not got a penalty could win this race. The ones who have got penalties, I'm sorry, they don't stand a chance. For everybody else should be fine. Janel needs a miracle as well. But we will see. You never know. And even if the safety car comes in before Janel catches up, at least he will not be involved in the safety car shenanigans. So
he's half lap behind, so I think
the safety car's going to come in this lap.
White Fountain's DNF. What happened there?
What the hell? What's happened to White Fountain? Where is he?
I didn't see that.
I did not see that either.
I'll see if there's anything in the race director. I was on board with Jan up there. So there's a lot of incidents.
but
Terminal
I'm looking at
damage. So I don't know if it was contact there, but it just
I'm looking at the
spun it, hit the
wrong.
wall.
I was
Go
looking at the wrong
Bordiano, let's
thing.
see where he lost it. Go Bordiano, we'll see where he's lost it down the pit straight, down the back straight. So yeah, his car is
It was on his
sideways.
own as well, according to Taz. Not there was no one
So I
directly.
wonder if he spun it up, and the safety car is staying out, I believe, for another lap. So Yano will catch up. So that I think
He's
that
on
might
turn
help
15
Yano.
now. No, turn 13.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think that helped Yano. That extra, I think that safety car would come in this lap, but for that crash, he right Fountain. So well, yeah, did he just lose it warming the tyres up,
Yeah, it
like we
might
saw
be.
with George Russell in Imola last year?
I think I'm gonna probably put a George Russell meme in the chat,
Yeah.
which he probably won't like. But there we go.
Shame because he was having another good race. Like he's hit form quite well. That's unfortunate for White Fountain, but we'll see if he says put anything in the chats, and we'll keep up to date with you if he does.
He probably will say something in the chat, so we will keep an eye on the chat because he's probably very annoyed, and that's both of us Alpine drivers not had a good race in our respective tiers as well compared to last week. But there we go. But he's still got next week. He's had some brilliant performances, and surely he's going to be, I think, very, very proud of what he's accomplished so far this season. So he should not give up or anything. So as we have got, let's see who's gained the most positions out of anyone, because it could be very good for driver of the day. Casper and Lakitu up 6, Lukey up 1, Johannes up 3. But don't forget, this could be all provisional due to some stewards inquiries that they could be getting. So
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see.
Also have to apologise. I did say in the warm-up lap that there'd be no safety car, and it was looking good until that incident with Verheyen.
Yeah, I did say anything. It's your fault now.
Yeah. Surely it'll come in this lap though, because Rotherfield is bunched up, so Liano's effectively gained a lap.
Safety
He's got
car's
a lucky
in.
dog there. Yeah, he's doing a NASCAR and got his lead lap. He's got his lap back. So yeah, we'll see what happens now as Glock.
It's like the lucky dog.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called, isn't it, in NASCAR?
Yeah. I think he's about to get lapped when that safety car did come in. So wow, good luck there for Jarno as Glock
And
is
no
back in the
penalties.
pack up. Yeah, in prospect here, the lead didn't battle the pack up, but Glock is now for sure back in the pack up, and it's his decision when to go for it.
Yep, it is. So we'll see. Is Glock going to win this race, or is it Larkin, or will it be the likes of Chris as well? We'll keep an eye on the tyres as well. Anyone that's not got a penalty is still winning a good chance of winning this race. 3 laps of action coming up. DRS on the final lap. And we are about to go green again in USA, and it is go, go, go. Glock has got a good restart. Larkin did not, unfortunately.
Nick almost pushed Johannes into the wall there. Nick got a terrible restart, and they go side by side. Look, we've got Casper around the outside of Nick. Can Casper get 2 cars in one corner? I think he can, you know.
What? Right, hopefully they don't hit each other.
Side by side contact. Well, Casper gets through, but that was a bit rude from Casper there. He's through, and Nick had a terrible restart there, and Johannes was always put onto the pit wall by the Alpine man there. So that's rather interesting. But Glock got a great restart.
That was brilliant from Glock. I was riding on board with him in the restart, and he's doing a great job as well. Johannes is going to try for the move on Nick, maybe. No, he's lost it to his... he always made contact with Lakitu. Johannes is not driving the best right now. Lukey's in it as well. Oh my God, these
medium tyres got no grip. Lukey, wow! Oh my God, he had to go on the curb to avoid a crash there. Wow, Lukey was so late on the brakes and almost creamed into the back of the fry, but I think he has kept his position. While I was on board Lukey there, I thought it was going to be a massive crash, but he did well to avoid it. And Lucas ends up the inside of 2 cars.
Or Lakitu.
Lakitu was lost there. Lukey, I think, said it was like 2 cars there, and he's got the move done. So wow, we have seen some great racing. These medium tyres have got no grip.
They've got no grip. I think Nick and Johannes are probably regretting themselves right now that they should have as Johannes is probably going to lose out quite a bit here, even with having no penalties.
Yeah,
Lakitu's in.
I think I'd have pitted. If I was in the means, I'd have pitted personally. But I can see why trap position here. That Lakitu's in. He's going to change a wing, and Lakitu, well, if he finishes the race, he will get an extra point to fast lap outside the top 10. That's
That is a good point, actually. That is a good point. So he's going to get the
Lakitu,
same points as 10th.
Yes, and Lakitu, well, he likes to get fastest laps. He's had 7 fast laps. We've only done this since that season 16, so Lakitu just like to get that extra point as Larkin. He can't do anything about Glock. Glock is covered, and Chris is in 3rd place. Scorpion's in 4th, but Nick, at the moment, Nick will jump up into 4th place, but I think Scorpion may be able to pull away from Nick. Nick is struggling, and Lukey has got a great run here. No DRS. DRS will be on the final lap, I believe. Now, Lukey, seeing Lukey very aggressive on here the previous lap. Nick going to have to defend the inside line. Lukey so late on the braking, round the outside, he get the better exit. Nick gives him enough room just about on the curb, a bit of wheel banging there. These two, yeah, Jarno's just keeping a watching brief by these two. Lukey's got the move done. Jarno surely go around the outside of Nick here. Nick is having a horrible time there, mediums. They've just got no grip.
I think same with Jarno.
Colin! Yeah, look, Jarno and Colin, Jarno misjudged where Colin was. Colin got forced off track, and Colin will not be too impressed with the Alpha time man there. Look at Colin, he's got a great run of Jarno. He's going to take that outside the final corner. Look, Jarno makes a late move there, but Colin's got the move done, and yeah, I think Colin is giving Jarno what Jarno gave him the previous corner. He's through. Final lap, DRS. Larkin is within 7 tenths of Glock. Jarno's going to go around the outside of turn 1, is he? They're still side by side, but Jarno will get run out road there. Surely, no, he keeps his foot in it.
Don't go 3 wide, guys.
Oh my God, look at Johannes in medium tyres. He's just keeping the watching beat behind, and yeah, he's got to back out of it.
Yeah, he is backing out because he knows that Colin's got a penalty. And he's got another one. There.
Yeah, so he could drop to 10th place, Colin, so he's going to drop into 10th place. As Larkin is not in the DRS of Glock, so I think Glock, unless he makes a horrific mistake, has got this race win in the bag. As Scorpion at the moment will keep 4th place, I believe. Now will Chris let his teammate through to give Scorpion a bit of a buffer to the car's head? Yes, he does.
Yeah, I think we are about to see. I'm going to do some maths to see if Red Bull are outscoring Aston Martin.
No, they're not.
They're not. So we could see. I do believe we'll see in points we saw Aaron being crowned champion, but we could see another champion crowned tonight. Not the drivers, but the constructors. So let's watch Glock actually as he goes towards the final corner. He had a bad race last week. He was on coal, but I'm almost certain he's going to be off the coal list this week. Glock celebrates. He wins in USA. Larkin in 2nd. Scorpion's going to drop. Oh, so he stays 4th.
Yeah.
So Chris, Scott 14, Scorpion on 12. Nick goes to 5th. Jan on 6th. Lukey 7th. Johannes 8th. Casper 9th and Colin 10th. But with Glock only scoring 20 and Aston Martin scoring about 6 points more than Red Bull, Aston Martin are your position tier Constructors champions. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. And the crucial fast lap point there for Larkin in 2nd place. So he's only lost 2 points to Glock. So I believe the gap between Glock and Larkin, the final race of Shazam, will be 7 points. And I believe Chris will be on. I believe there'll be a tie for 2nd place.
Wow.
Oh, no, Chris would drop to 3rd, Scorpion would be 4th. So the 4 Super Championship race, but Scorpion and Chris have dropped 3rd and 4th. So they've won a Constructors Championship, but it's looking like I think I'm going to call it out. It's between Glock and Larkin for the Drivers' Championship, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. Glock and Larkin. Larkin, don't forget, was sitting 3rd before today. He's going to jump to 2nd, no doubt. But anyway, let's look at your results. We've got Glock from Larkin, Chris, Scorpion, Nick, Janel. Nick actually went to 5th, so very impressive. Lukey 7th, Johannes 8th, Casper 9th, Colin 10th, Lakitu 11th. They're your final points and finishes as well, because everyone else below them retired. That is White Fountain for Hayden and Ali B. And what a race. I need to have a lie down after that. But before that, we've got to do 2 very important things. First of all, we each got to pick driver of the day. I don't even know who to pick. They've all been, pretty much all of them have been really, really incredible. Much cleaner than last week. Who's your driver of the day, and what would you like to ask him?
Well, I'm going to go. I think he came under a lot of flack last week. He was under a lot of pressure, and he drove a champion's drive today. I'm going to let Glock as my driver of the day, and under tremendous pressure from Larkin the whole race, though, battling for the lead, and Glock came out in the lead in last Glock question. Well done on the win today. What a great drive. And do you think you've now got one hand on that Drivers' Championship trophy?
Good question. I'm gonna. It's really tough call on who I think should get driver of the day, but honourable mentions going to Jan obviously for really being lucky in the safety car, managing to finish in 6th, getting 5 places. But I'm gonna have to go for the boring choice. I'm gonna have to go for Larkin. Larkin has driven enough to make sure he can get 2nd for now in the championship, and he will be challenging for Glock in the drivers next week, not next week, the week after, because obviously we got a week's break due to bonfire night. And my question for Larkin, I'm just trying to think of one now because I can't think of one, because I know I'm rubbish at thinking of questions. You managed to have a fantastic battle with Glock today, potentially for the championship. Do you think you have the edge on him going into the final round in Imola? And that is my question. So that is the United States Grand Prix. And to be honest, even though we had 14 drivers, it was still a great race of all involved. So thank you all for watching. Thank you also as well to all our drivers, and also our race premium drivers as well. Don't forget those, which are, I don't have it in front of me, so that doesn't help. So, but thank you to all our race premium drivers anyway. And also thank you to our sponsors. I went it through at the beginning, Jamie. I'll let you go through it now.
Yeah, they've got Next Level Racing, obviously the Pride and NLR Director wheel stand to our driver season award. That's a new award, and there's more information at the end of the season, I believe. 3M Sim Racing, who are providing us with a pair of their sim racing gloves to drive the most poles and fast laps combined. First between our sponsors, our prizes, we've got top 3 drivers, we've got top 3 commentators, we've got the 2 Gun Gets Tough awards, we've got we've also got the Drive the Season award, and we've got a few others as well. We're also sponsored by ERT, who's sponsoring our Gun Gets Tough award, and shout out to our ERT drivers in this tier. We were Nick and Yano.
There we go then. So we have got a final stream to go today. Obviously we got the Pinnacle tier. They could have a champion being crowned today if it all goes well for Netsky. So if you want to find out if Netsky can win the title today, make sure you watch the Pinnacle tier with Matt and Quinn commentating, which should be a lot of fun, and I'm sure that's going to be some brilliant racing. I know they only got 11 drivers, but we had a great race position, so I'm sure that obviously the Pinnacle tier drivers are going to be putting on a great show as well. So I've been Jess Games 95, and obviously Jamie's been Jamie. We will see you in 2 weeks' time on the 12th of November for the final round of the OneHubRacing Championship in the position tier. It will be Imola, which I'm looking forward to as well. The unknowns for the drivers and commentators, we don't have a clue what the strategy is going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. Enjoy bonfire night if you're in the UK as well. I'm almost certainly going to probably go out next week and have a bit of fun. Hope you guys do too. We will see you next 2 weeks time. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Good night.